Hello Dungeon Master. In this video we create a ruin. One that with time has been reclaimed by Mother Nature. We start off by getting a number of potential assets onto the map. Then we pick and choose ones we like and remove the rest. We take the pillars and then lower them to use the tops as flooring. There are a number of different columns, each with slightly different wear and tear. This will hopefully give the impression that the ruin is degrading. We first plan out where we want the floor to go. Since we create it as we go, we play around with different options. If you use Dungeon Alchemist yourself, you will know that you could spend hours making slight adjustments to everything to just get it the way you like it. You might have the map almost finished and in place, and then suddenly you change your mind. You'll want to redesign half of what you've already done. Well, you might want to save a copy of the map and then go in that new direction. With Dungeon Alchemist, you can let your imagination go wild. There are so many items that are available. The only limit is the time you have to put into it. So how could you use this map? Here are a few encounter ideas that you could use, or take and adjust to fit your own story. Number 1. The famous castle of insert awesome name here, is widely known to all of the land. The plentiful feasts and banquets held here are well renowned. The players have been invited to an event, a birthday celebration for the Baron. However, when they arrive, things are not as they ought to be. The castle is now a ruin. The invitations were only sent out a few months ago. There is something strange going on. Is the destruction recent? Were invites sent out after this happened to bring more people to the site? The players will need to put their investigation hats on and use all their cunning and skill to work out what happened. Are there clues of what caused the destruction? Was it monsters rampaging through the area? Is this a magical attack? Or was this a number of well-placed explosions? Who has a grievance against the Baron or Baroness? As the DM, you can decide if this is just a one-shot or more. This could be the start of your campaign, where each character received a personal invitation. When they meet at the ruin, could they all be attacked? The players will need to decide if they are going to work together to find out who want them all dead. Are there any connections they have with each other? Were they going to be blamed for this attack on the castle? There are so many options with this one. As the players dive into the investigation, you can lead them to different locations and uncover sinister plots and secrets. Number 2. Large animals might have used the location as their own home. This could be large spiders, rats, dogs, or anything else you can think of. The animals have created a den here, and upon approaching, the players will need to decide if they want to clear the area or move on and leave all that beautiful treasure behind. If they clear the area, the landowners will be very grateful. If they leave, the monsters will grow in numbers and spread to the surrounding areas. Well, maybe not such a big issue now. Given time, it may become an issue that takes a lot more skill to deal with. Instead of the animals, you might decide to have ghosts or spirits. No, not that kind. The ghosts might be those that perished here many moons ago. Whilst the building collapses, their presence cannot move on. They haunt the local area, trying to seek revenge, or waiting for someone to set them free of the mortal realm. If the players leave them, then they also get stronger with time, wreaking havoc on the area. Will the players deal with it or regret it later? Number 3. Whilst the owners of the building might have long since moved on, there could still be a protection spell on the site. The building might not know that it can stop defending itself. The piles of stone that lie dotted around might come to life as stone golems, ready to fight off anyone who approached their home. Whilst there is only a small amount of the building still showing, these golems might still patrol further afield to where the original outline of the structure was. Whilst the players will see these piles of stone as they get closer to the building, you could mention to your players as they walk up that they pass by a number of fallen trees and piles of stone. Now that doesn't sound ominous, does it? Merely a description of the area. The players might not believe anything sinister about them, just motionless piles of stone. It's not like we're in a fantasy world where you can't trust anything. If the players want to investigate the piles of stones as they wander past, then these will activate first. As the players get closer to the building, there might be a trigger point where all the other piles of stones become animated. How many your players fight at once is up to you. You may choose to have a few engaged to begin with, and over time and rounds, more will join the fight. This gives the players a constant threat without overpowering them. The party might not be able to handle being attacked all at once, but as they get to higher levels, this may increase the threat. That, my clever dungeon master, is up to you. Number 4. The building may have crumbled, yet many items still remain. Some intact, and some that have deteriorated along with the building. Why has no one taken these items? There is a path that leads up here, which says there has been footfall. However, items that could be worth a pretty penny remain in place. We love the idea of mimics. Are some of the items mimics laying in wait? Is it the broken statue? Or the metal bath? The players may be too focused on searching the area to realise the items are slowly moving towards them. Number 5. Why not have the map as a camping spot for the players? As the players are travelling and looking for a good spot to camp for the night, someone might spot an old crumbled building off from the main road. It can't be easily viewed from the roadside, so it offers more protection, including from the wind. Something you could do is, if the players say they set traps, why not get them to point out on the map where they place them? That way, if there is a fight, it makes the players need to think more strategically on where they place them, instead of just saying, I set up traps. So hopefully this video has given you some inspiration. If it has, please do hit that like button so we know you like this content. And if you can do me a favour and leave a comment, it will really help the algorithm. We're trying to grow this channel, so appreciate all the support that you give us. If you're feeling fruity, you can also support us further on Patreon, where you gain access to all of our maps and find more about our life behind the green screen. So until next time, may the dice be ever in your favour.